Hello and welcome to the Snitchuation Room. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Brandon.
And we solve the world's problems by answering your anonymous questions with our unlicensed opinions.
That's correct.
So we will start today with Snitchuation numero uno. Hey snitches, I feel like I'm dating a completely different person than the one I started with, and I don't know when the switch happened. That happens a lot. Over the last year or so, my boyfriend has become way more conservative and way more religious. Oh, dear God. At first, it felt like curiosity, reading, listening, questioning things, so I didn't panic. People grow and change, and I wanted to be respectful. But now he talks openly about wanting a traditional relationship. A subservient woman, someone softer, quieter, one who supports instead of challenges. I literally might throw up. Apologies. If I have to vomit during this, forgive me. Even when he says it calmly, he frames it as a value or faith conviction, and it feels like a warning. I keep noticing myself shrinking around him, and then I'm editing how I speak and second-guessing my opinion. It feels like a version of me that worked in this relationship doesn't fit the belief system that he's building. What makes it hard is that nothing has exploded. We aren't getting in big arguments. There's not been a big betrayal and no single moment where I could say, oh, this is when it ended. This is where it happened. It's just been a slow realization that I'm sitting across from someone whose worldview no longer aligns with mine. But I have so much time invested, years, shared history, plans, inside jokes, a whole life that was moving in a direction that suddenly feels incompatible. So walking away feels very dramatic if this viewpoint could shift back. I don't know how to grieve this relationship that technically hasn't ended, but feels like it has. I also don't know how to decide if this is something we can work through or if I should listen to my gut, even though it hurts so much. I love him, but I don't know if I can stay with him.
Wow. I mean, I'll say this, and I think about this in people that I know from like back home, right? I think people get married younger. I think they have kids younger, which latches you together in a way that almost allows more for these kinds of changes to happen. And like, I think people just kind of slip into these kinds of things. But when you don't have kids, which it's obvious to me,
And they're not married.
Because you're not, like, it seems like this is a fundamental change.
Yeah.
For him too. He's looking for something you're not willing to offer and something you don't want to offer.
Mm-hmm.
And if what he's looking for is some sort of conservative, non-egalitarian relationship, there are plenty of women out there that are looking for that. It is not you. And I would say, honestly, on an initial read, I would say for you and him, run, don't walk.
Mm-hmm.
If that's really how he's becoming, it just seems like completely, from an outside perspective, it's like, I would just tell you, it will not work. Like, you will be unhappy, and so will he.
Yeah. Well, I think it's really hard when you've been with someone for a long time and they get sucked into the manosphere, because it does happen slowly. And then by the time you recognize it, you don't recognize this person anymore. And so it can be difficult. And when you have these shared memories and you love this person, but they're mirroring back to you something that you don't recognize, I understand the hesitation and the heartbreak. And it sounds like there's this sunken time concern.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
I would also say it seems like if I could say what I feel like you're contributing to it is that you're not having the conversation.
Yeah, you got to talk to him about it.
I think it would be wrong to continue down this thought path without bringing him into it and expressing your concern and your
values
and your distaste for what he is kind of slipping into. Like, I think you owe him that, I feel like, and owe him the opportunity to not convince him, but point out, like, I often think that men get like this and kind of very much gravitate towards this line of thinking when they feel disempowered somehow.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's
not your fault.
That's not your fault. And
or your job to empower him.
No.
But it might be a reasoning, like, has he lost a job recently?
Yes.
Yes. Is he, something? If you can point to what that is to help figure out a trigger, that might be helpful for you.
And for him, just like maybe
Yeah.
he realizes like, yeah, maybe it is just like, maybe it's, maybe it's that he wants a family. Maybe it's like there may be something at the core of this that is wanting, like he may think that he may have it inside of himself that you're looking for him to become more, to lead more or to do something.
The danger
I
of
don't
the
know.
manosphere, though, is that what they relish is this type of relationship where the man gets more conservative and forces the woman to comport to that.
I think like
so that's why I'm like, you need to get out.
And it's also done in a nefarious way where they don't even realize they're being sucked in until it's too late and they're sucked in. And there are like gateway drug individuals that bring people into the manosphere, and then there's like the deep manosphere.
Yeah, you need to figure out where he is.
Yeah, and I think that's what it sounds like to me. This sounds like a manosphere, like I listen to too many podcasts kind of individual. It is happening a lot. Like it happens to even friends of mine where I'm like, I never thought this would be a thing. And then they start comporting these ideas that you're just like, wow.
But what's crazy is that for me, they start saying that and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And then when it's met with immediate pushback and you can point to stuff, some of them are like, huh. And I'm like, you're literally not getting any pushback from anybody else who can bring facts to the table. Obviously, some of them don't like that, but it is interesting how some of them are in their own little worlds. And the minute that they hear actual ideas from other perspectives, they're like, oh, I didn't think about that.
It's interesting to me, like the whole manosphere thing and really just like the whole conservative view of men is it basically tells them that they have no value if they aren't just leading, if they aren't controlling, if they aren't primary decision makers. Like if you take any kind of support role in your relationship or even in like an aspect of your marriage or parenting life, then you're some sort of weird beta. And I think that's so messed up. And it leaves women like feeling not supported in like emotional ways. And it leaves men feeling unable to handle complex emotions. Like,
meanwhile, these same men are like subservient to dear leader and other people who are like, oh no, we love that. Please do it more. And I'm like, what? What is this?
And I'm not, by no means am I going full Scott Galloway and telling you that the plight of men has just gotten so poor that we can't.
That women must do something about it.
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm sick of hearing about it.
But I think the only thing that I see wrong with your perspective and how you're handling it is that you have not brought him into the conversation.
Yeah, that would be the only thing. You need to let him know how you feel, even if it's on your way out. That's perfectly fine.
And I also think like give him I know you're more on the divorce this man train.
They're not married.
I'm just saying like get rid of him immediately. I'm just saying like at least allow him to respond.
Yeah.
He may just be like, oh, sorry. I honestly thought from some of our conversations you were wanting me to take more charge. You were wanting to what this or
I guess the stuff that I'm reading that tells me that she needs to leave is that she's shrinking, editing how she's speaking, worried.
These are all decisions. Like I said back, I mean, all I can take from that is these are all things she's done without mentioning any of this to him.
Yeah.
She shrunk herself because she got concerned that it would be the end of the relationship.
Yeah, but she's saying that it's because when they do talk about it, he's framing it within religion, and that's really difficult to combat. So that's why I'm saying I just don't think.
Yeah, it may just be
that's going to work.
Primary.
Yeah, like if you're not involved in that religion and he's going to break up with you anyway.
Well, yeah, the sunken cost is going to be yours.
Yeah, the sunken cost analysis, it's already sunken. He will break up with you if he begins to be even more embroiled in this religion, whatever he's doing. Having grown up in it ourselves, we can attest to that. So I would go ahead and get out now, because if for no other reason than you all just have different worldviews and values, and you're not going to be a match later, and you're saving each other some time.
Hey, Snitchuation 1 done.
You're welcome.
All right, Snitchuation 2. Hey, Snitches, I think I might be losing friends over politics.
Oh boy, this one's political.
And what scares me is that it didn't happen during a fight. It happened in the quiet afterward. A few weeks ago, everything going on in Minnesota with ICE came up in our group friend chat. protests, raids, people getting detained, the videos circulating online. It felt impossible not to talk about it. These are people I've known for years, college friends, weddings, shared apartments, the whole thing. At first, it was just links and reactions. Then someone made a comment about law and order and how people should just follow the rules. Nothing explosive, just cold and detached. And suddenly I felt a wave of disbelief, like I didn't recognize who I was talking to. I tried to explain why it bothered me, why I felt it was bigger than politics, why it felt like a human issue and not a talking point. And the response wasn't anger, it was worse. It was dismissiveness, eye-rolling energy, and the kind of replies that make you feel naive for caring. Since then, everything feels different. The group chat is quieter, jokes land weird. I'm hyper aware of what I say and what I don't. I don't know if I'm being avoided or if we're just all pretending nothing happened. What's messing with me is that no one said anything unforgivable. No one yelled, no one stormed off, but I can't unfeel the realization that if the people can just shrug at this, at families being torn apart, at the fear, it means we don't actually share the same values anymore. And now I'm stuck. Do I bring it up and risk being labeled too political? Do I slowly pull back and grieve friendships that still technically exist? Or do I accept that the long-term friendships don't always survive moments when the world asks you to take a moral position?
I mean, you know how I feel about this. I have a lot of friends who disagree with me about politics. I don't think that I have any tight, close friendships right now who disagree with me about the morality of what's going on. So for me, if I have a friend who can look and see a 5-year-old being arrested, who can see someone being shot in the face, who can see people being terrorized and be like, that's actually good. I don't know why they can't just follow the law. That's not really a person that I want to be close with right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we fundamentally see the world differently. Having said that, what's difficult about bringing everyone together is that we need to be having those conversations with one another when they're hard. But it's, for me and my personality, it's really difficult for me to have it calmly. You're really good at it. So I, with those people, have to step back and cut it out. You're very good at engaging.
Well, even for a time, and there have been times where you have detached from friendships for a time
and then
kind of come back. And I think that's safe, and I think that's 100% good. I always desire understanding and getting to the core of why someone believes what they do. And I think it comes from working in church and doing the things that I do. But I mean, I just do not understand. This particular one is really tough. It's not about economics. It's not about this is the terrorizing people for no reason. And to look at this country right now or any country and think that the biggest problem that we're facing is illegal immigration is just so wild and far-fetched and insane that.
And in Minnesota.
Yeah. And it seems beyond the pale, beyond the scope. And so I understand where you're at with this because it's so fresh. It's going on right now. I mean, I think it's this morning someone else was shot in Minnesota.
Being held down by 4 people.
So I hear what you're saying, and I would say that it's okay to take a break from the chat. I think it's okay to take a break from the friends. I do think what Rachel said actually resonated with me is I think you do owe them an explanation. I wouldn't just cut them out. I would say, look, hey, I'm just going to be honest. This is how I see it. I know we may not see it the same. I'm not asking, I wish you would change your mind, but I'm not asking you to change your mind. I'm just saying I may need some space during this time because we are fundamentally seeing the world very differently right now.
Yeah, that's what I did with my friends. I was like, we see this really differently. You know me, I get really activated and my initial emotion is rage, and I don't want that directed at you.
No.
I don't think it's productive for either of us. This is incredibly important to me. It's alarming to me that it's not to you. I mean, I had this conversation with my mother, I'm alarmed at how you see the world. And it feels as though you're alarmed at how I see the world. And so for a while, we literally cannot be in conversation with one another because I can't process that we are living in 2 different worlds currently.
And I mean, don't even know. I mean, this isn't anything new, but the media that some people are consuming is just so.
The algorithms are so dangerous because some people are not receiving any of the information that I'm getting, and I'm not getting anything that they're getting. And I'm trying to be sympathetic to that, but it is infuriating the level to which people will bury their heads in the sand to attach to their unconscious bias. And we all do it, myself included. So I think I try to have empathy. I try to have a calm conversation, but when they are unable to hear anything I have to say, that's when I'm like, you know what, this is not productive.
And I do
like the dismissiveness, all of that. Like that's when I'm like, okay.
And I also see that just being a huge difference. Like we know we come from the South. Our parents were very involved in church.
We come from the South.
Growing up.
Yeah.
When religious people have convictions based on those beliefs that I disagree with and everything, like I have to think about it differently because their entire worldview is seen through the lens of this thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's who they are. And honestly, that's really sometimes just not going to change. But with this flies in the face of everything I was ever told in church.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yeah. It flies in the face of everything that Jesus said about.
Like when Jesus was saying, like, feed the hungry,
and
the children, the immigrant.
The alien.
Yeah.
Like all of these.
It was like pretty explicit.
And it just seems so detached from humanity.
It is.
And denying others humanity.
Yes.
And thinking that just because we're American or just because we live in this country, like we're better, that we're that it's a nationalism is a supremacy.
Yeah.
And so at the same time, I understand like, oh, you know, everybody always somehow is all concerned about borders and safe borders and secure borders. Like, I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand why Minnesota is under attack.
I guess that's my thing. Like, as far as like borders, like I understand we don't want the cartel coming through with a bunch of drugs, you know, like whatever. I understand that we have to have some rule of law with nations. I get it. I don't understand murdering people, terrorizing people, and I really don't understand being like, you know where we need to start with this big ice thing? Portland, Minnesota. Like, what? Like, why are we starting there? Like, these aren't even border areas.
I mean, like I said, not a political podcast, but at the same time, what I've heard is that this is going on everywhere else too.
Yeah.
Like in Florida and Texas and and Alabama and all these places, but the states are being quiet about it because the vast majority of people there agree with it.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm so proud of Minneapolis.
Yeah.
One thing that's being really underreported there is that there's a whole network of people that are following ICE agents, reporting the tags. I mean, they are working together with no leadership in a way that is brave and incredible. And the more that ICE like steps out and gets crazy, the more these crazy winter people are like, well, you f***ed up. You came here and it's below 20. We're good. We're pulling out our winter stuff now.
Yeah.
We're out here in the streets laughing at your ass because you're trembling and I don't even have a hat on.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm really, really proud of them. And I think it is underreported how much work they're doing for their neighbors. I did hear talk that ICE is about to do a big surge in Philly, and God help them. Philly sets that city on fire if they win.
Yeah. I mean,
what?
I mean, Philly fans are my least favorite fans, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they're dangerous.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with them.
I wouldn't want to be ICE going into that city. I'll just tell you that much.
One thing that ICE did that was interesting to me was like release some sort of memo about how, you know, we shouldn't fear for our lives around them. They should fear around us. And it's like,
don't say the quiet part out loud.
You don't own yourself there. It's like, you put that in writing.
They need to be afraid of us. That's the whole point.
We thought, okay, all right. Anyway, that was the political segment of this, but we didn't ask for it. We just had to. You asked for it, and we provided.
And then this last one is a little less serious, a little more funny. Thank God.
All right. Hey, snitches. I just moved in with my girlfriend, and I need to know if this is normal or if I made a huge mistake. Okay. I knew moving in together would be an adjustment, and I was prepared for different standards of cleanliness. I was not prepared for discovering that my girlfriend is, respectfully, kind of gross.
Kind of gross.
I don't mean messy and cute, throws her jacket in a chair. Hair everywhere. There's hair on our shower walls, in the sink, on the floors, just places that hair shouldn't be. There are feminine products in the bathroom trash that have been there long enough for me to start wondering if we're just keeping them there now, like decor. The trash can is right there. Wait, feminine products in the bathroom trash. The trash can is right. Oh, so like she's not taking it from the bathroom to the trash can. Oh, wow. So it's like tampons and stuff. Oh. Also, and I'm still processing this, occasionally she just doesn't flush. I don't know if she forgets or she thinks it just disappears on its own, but nothing prepares you for lifting a toilet lid and being confronted with the evidence that someone you love just took a shit. Wow. She leaves shit in there? I thought it was going to be a tinkle. Okay. Then we have the normal clutter. Man, he is reading this girl for filth. He is struggling.
This is a snitchuation.
I know. Okay.
Let this man go.
I know. Okay.
Read his snitch.
All right. And then we have the normal clutter, which is cups everywhere, clothes in piles, surfaces that have not been wiped down since we moved in. And suddenly I'm realizing I may have been dating a different person than the one with whom I now live. The problem is I love her. She's great. She's kind. She's funny. She just seems like a raccoon who pays rent. What do? Do I bring it up and sound judgmental? I don't want to sound like her dad. Do I clean like I have been and continue to slowly build resentment? Do I accept that this cohabitation is just happening and I have to clean everything? I thought moving in together would tell me if we were compatible long term. I don't know if this is going to work long term. What are your thoughts?
How is she as a partner otherwise?
Yeah.
You know, so I would ask.
Well, she's great. She's funny. She's wonderful.
I mean, part of me, like, I'll be honest. If somebody is wonderful, smart, caring, your intimate life is great, like all of that is wonderful. And then one thing she's struggling with is being dirty and like leaving her hair places. Get out the vacuum, brother. You're going to be cleaning and count your many blessings that's the only problem that's wrong with her.
Yeah, I mean oh God, but that would be awful.
But also like how big's the apartment?
And it's also like how clean is he? Because if he's type A, this is gonna eat.
Well, it doesn't sound like he is because he's saying these surfaces have gone
Yeah.
Like that would
could do that.
That wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
Like the idea that I would let it, like what would be happening to me is I would be so exhausted from
constantly cleaning up after her.
Yeah. That would be what is weighing on me. But I don't feel that that's him. Like he's letting these things go. It's like, should I just continue to clean around it and, you know?
Yeah. No, hire a housekeeper, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's another thing. Like,
I mean, depending on how much money you make, how much money she makes.
Well, a few less coffees. You know,
all right, Dave Ramsey.
I mean, yeah, few less coffees, few less trips to the movies. Like, let's get that house cleaner, save the relationship.
Budget in there, buddy. I mean,
let's save the relationship.
Pay a friend to come over and do it.
Literally,
whatever you got to do. But
maybe that could be our side hustles. We just go and clean a relationship.
Yeah. Would you like us to clean up after your raccoon girlfriend?
Yeah, relationship counseling as well.
Yes. Yeah. While we're cleaning, you can tell us your problems and we'll fix them. Wearing rubber gloves.
I actually think that's a business.
Is it? You think so?
That's a business, like relationship counseling along with.
We can call it relationship. Clean your shit while you tell us about your relationship.
Relationship cleaners.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think
we also like cleaning. Yeah. So.
I mean, the non-flushing. I mean,
that's
funny. I mean, I like that you found some levity in this. It seems like from your writing that you found levity in the situation. And I think like you're better off to lean into that than to get frustrated. And there's no reason to like.
Well, it's like, has he said anything to her?
Yeah. And like, how reactive is she to being told that she's
I mean, you could start by saying something like, it sounds like maybe start with the hair. That seems to be, he started with the hair.
The hair seems to be what's bothering you the most.
Let's start there. Don't even bring up the other stuff. Just be like, hey, babe, I can deal with everything else. The hair.
I can tell you this man has found long hairs in his butt crack.
Yeah, from I mean, that's every man who's married and you do laundry together, because I don't think any man is prepared,
I
especially.
wasn't prepared for the first one. I mean, like with the first time and you pull hair this long out of your butthole, like that's a real wake up moment.
I think people who don't live with women don't understand, but like when you do your laundry together,
Yes.
because women's hair sheds all the time, especially if you have long hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so it gets in your laundry and your boxers, it gets in there. And so you'll just be walking and be like, "Whoa, what's that?" And then you pull this crazy long hair out and it's jarring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women, we're used to it. When I'm in the shower, I'll be like, "Whoa, pull a big one out." You know, all my hair that's falling out in the shower just gets stuck in my butt crack and I have to pull it out.
So what's the worst situation you've dealt with like a roommate? And it can be me. Of
It's
like
not you.
of like seeing something like really dirty.
I roomed with someone for a summer and there was black pubic hair found behind the toilet.
Like in a clump.
That was yucky. I lived with someone who got angry with me when asked to put things in the dishwasher or take out the trash. Clean the bathroom ever. I cleaned our bathroom every single weekend. I'm trying to think.
Someone in my freshman dorm got what was it? Staph infection.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I was the only one who cleaned the bathroom. I started wearing shower shoes in the shower. I literally started getting a rash on myself, which I thought was the staph infection.
You're over-cleaning?
I hate to admit this because like it's so paranoid and weird, but I was spraying myself with Lysol when I got out of the bathroom.
Oh my God. That is psychotic.
It says it's antibacterial and it kills 99% of germs.
On your human flesh. That's supposed to be like what you put on a surface.
I know. I was dumb. I was 18 years old, and
you were scared of staph
I was
infection.
scared that I was going to die of
Why'd
staph
you just
infection.
put it on your furniture and stuff?
Oh, I did.
Oh my God.
I was going through like a bottle every 2 days.
You were having a mental break.
I was, because I had a man who had a staph infection on the back of his neck living in my dorm room.
I was actually really messy in college. When my poor college roommate, I would throw clothes everywhere because I was always traveling and stuff.
Well,
I drove
you're
nuts.
very clean at the house. When you go on a trip, you spread out over a hotel room unlike anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like your suitcase explodes.
I'm two different people.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like when I get into and like I'm like even more. I'm more anal about it in a hotel room than I am at home. I'm a little more spread out at home, and I'm
like, pick it up, tighten it up.
But when I'm in a hotel room, I'm like, I want everything in its place. I don't want the room to be all.
That's crazy though, because I'm like, at home, this is my space that I take care of. So I want it to be clean. I want us to have everything picked up. I do a little pickup every day, try to keep everything in its place as much as I can. And then when I'm at a hotel, I'm like, I'm gonna be here for like a night or two. I'm not going to lose my mind about picking everything up when I'm going to have to pack it all up in a day or two.
I'm saying you do you. I'm just saying I'm just the opposite of that.
Yeah. So I guess I just turn into like college Rachel.
You really do. You spread out. You like to spread. Like what, I mean.
All my stuff, all my makeup.
You take out every single thing out of your bag and put it all over the sink in the bathroom.
Yeah, I need to be able to see what I'm working with.
Chargers, cords everywhere. I mean, taking up every receptacle, and I'm like, can I charge my phone?
I'm using that, actually.
I'm using all of them. I'm charging every device.
You can stay in here.
I have 10 devices and they're all charging, so we'll see when we can fit your phone into the charging mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. Go to popsnitch.com to tell us about your snitchuation. It can be anything. It can be about family. It can be about your job. It can be about your spouse.
Life, love, and other mysteries.
And even if you just have like a topic that you'd like us to discuss, you can put it in there. A question, a quandary.
A curiosity.
But we will see you next time on the Snitchuation Room. Bye.
Bye. Alrighty.
Run the space, I run the scene that light up your face. I run the place, I run the space, I run the scene.